Hello everyone, and welcome back to Introduction to OPCloud. In today's session, we're going to talk about link properties, or in other words, links specific attributes that are referenced as properties and defined as part of them in OPM methodology. We have an example model here, and I want to go over several properties and explain what they are and how to use them. First of all, the first part of properties is how to get to them in OPCloud. We shall do it in a very simple way. Right-click on the link, like so. This will open the properties pop-up menu, as you can see it here. In the menu, you will see the list of specific properties of that specific link. For example, in the unidirectional link that I've just opened, we can see that we have a source multiplicity, target multiplicity, tag. We have also some kind of help things like style and copy style, which are not properties but OPCloud features to help us styling the link themselves. We've seen them on the link video. You can see that near each part of the property, you have a question mark marking that you can hover on top of it and get some idea of what it is for and what kind of value it accepts. We shall see several examples for that. In touch screen and other operating system, there may be a variant option to open the properties. You can check the user manual for that. For now, let's see what we can do with links properties. As we showed before, right-click will open us the option of the pop-up menu of the properties. We have the source multiplicity here, as we clicked on the instrumental link, so we only have source multiplicity. We do not have target multiplicity. We have the option to add path, and we have the option to use the multiplicity if applied. Currently, it is not applied as the probability here is 100%. Let's start with the unidirectional link and see the examples. First, as a source multiplicity, I can enter any kind of number, and a target multiplicity, I can also add any kind of number. And the tag is the actual name of the link. Let's say we have an example, okay? We'll change object1 name into machine center, and we have option 2 as machine. Now let's see what kind of properties we want to add. So we want to say that the machine center controls machines. So in the tag, we'll change into controls. Now, clicking update will add the tag to the link, and we'll change the OPL as the unidirectional link so we can see that machine center controls machine in the OPL. Let's continue. Let's say that our machine center can have at least several machines, and we can see how we can articulate it into the OPL and the diagram itself. Let's say we can have 2 machines or any kind of triple machines. Let's say 3 times n machine. We can state even so what are the constraints on that parameter. For example, let's say that here n should be less or equal to 4. Now I can update it, and you will be able to see in the OPL down below that machine center controls 2 or 3n machines. Notice that OPCloud automatically will updated the name to be plural and added where n is less or equal to 4. The same goes also to our source. Now, in OPM, when we want to state a range, we can add several options of a range. Let's take another example. If we want to change here the target multiplicity, we can put a regular number, let's say 3, and we'll have 3 object 4. We can change it into a range, let's say between 1 and 5. In OPM, we do it with 2 dots. And once we click update, you will be able to see the sentence. Machine setter consists of object 2 and 1 to 5 object 4. We have also the special issues. If you want to say 0 or 1, meaning yes or no, we can use the same as 0 to 1, or we can use the OPM special character as question mark, and then it will update an optional. There is other option for 0 to many, which will use 0 to many, or we can just say asterisk. We can add nothing or 1 to 1, but if you want to say at least 1, not 0 to many, but at least 1 to many, so we have 1 to many, we can use the plus sign, which will give us the same thing. Now, if you go to the properties of the link, you can notice that when you use structural link, there is no importance to the order of the things, or specifically the object here. And the OPL will go alphabetically order in ascending order. So even though you can see object 4 before object 2 in the level of the diagram, in the OPL it will say object 2 and then object 4, as object 2 is alphabetically before object 4. For that, we have, like in the OPM ISO standard, the ordered mechanism. Once we clicked, now we can see that the OPL will be marked with the order of the sequence, and object 4 will be before object 2. And if I will change the order, I will be able to see that it is also updated in the OPL. Here we can see the path, source, and multiplicity, probability. If we want to use the probability correctly, it is used in XOR link fen. Here I can open it and I can see that we have the target multiplicity, the path as explained before, and probability. Now let's say that it creates object 3 in a probability of 0.2, probability between 0 to 1, and in the second option we'll put 0.8. Now you can see that the sentence is updated with the probability of 0.2 and 0.8. The same thing applies, we can use, like before, our special characters and so on. The next thing we want to use is rate. Rate, it means in over time how much is consumed. And then we can use also the units, like in computational options. Let's open and say the rate is, if we're using an iron rod for a meter every minute, I will need to use 1, and the user and the measurement will be minute slash hour or second, meter per second, and this will be the speed rate. And I will be able to show it and see that it is added to the OPL. Probability of 0.2 at a rate of 1 meter per second and the object 5 at probability. This is how we can use the properties of links. As we showed in another video, is that we can edit the link properties from the OPL. We just need to click on the name of the link on the OPL properties, and thus it will open the probability, not the probability, it will open the link property. Double click on the name of the link in the OPL will open it. Now, if we have several objects, it will open us the two options of the link. Here we can see process to object 5 and object 3, and clicking on one of them will open the property of that specific link. Same goes for the structural link. Here I can select which one I want to edit and then change it accordingly. This is it for today. Thank you.